"I have never been with a woman in my entire life," he said in a low, almost embarrassed voice. "I'm just a cowboy who rides alone, lonelier than most." The midday sun burned like fire pressed against the earth. The air shimmered. Dust clung to skin. It was the kind of heat that made breathing feel heavy. That was when Jack Harper saw her. A small figure moving slowly through the endless road ahead, step by step, barefoot, wounded feet scraping against stone, a young woman no more than 25. Her swollen belly left no doubt she was in the final stage of pregnancy. He pulled the reins. In a place this remote, far from any town, only one thought crossed his mind. Something terrible had happened. He dismounted and walked toward her. "Miss, how are you walking alone on this road, and in that condition?" She lifted tired eyes to meet his. There was exhaustion in them, but dignity too, the kind that refuses to break. "My name is Aileen Walker," she said softly. "I'm looking for a place to have my baby. My husband died, and his family threw me out. I have nowhere to go." Jack felt something tighten in his chest. Since he was 16, since an epidemic took his parents, he had lived alone, not peaceful alone. Suffocating alone, the kind of loneliness that echoes at night. "My house isn't far," he said. "You need to rest. Stay there, at least until you decide what to do." She hesitated. "I can only pay by working. I don't have money." "You don't owe me a cent," he replied. "Just take care of yourself." His home was simple but spotless. Aileen stepped inside carefully as if afraid to disturb something sacred. He gave her his parents' old room. He cooked a modest meal, and she thanked him for every small gesture as though it were a treasure. That night, under the soft glow of an oil lamp, her story spilled out. She had married young. She had loved deeply. She had been happy until an accident took her husband, and grief turned his family cruel. They expelled her, blamed her, left her alone, pregnant and defenseless. Jack listened silently, but inside anger burned. His fists clenched under the table. No one deserved that. When she asked about his life, he confessed, awkwardly, almost ashamed, that he had never been with a woman, that he had built walls around himself so high that no one ever entered. Aileen placed her hand gently over her belly. "If something like this happened to you," she asked softly, "what would you do?" Jack didn't answer right away. Because for the first time in years, he wasn't thinking about riding away. He was thinking about staying. Sometimes love doesn't arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives barefoot, wounded, and desperate, and asks for shelter. If this story touched your heart, don't just scroll away. Like this post. Share it with someone who believes in second chances. And tell me in the comments, if you were Jack, would you open the door, or would you ride away?